Hello and welcome to my presentation. My name is Lejay, and I have been here on YouTube for about, I don't know, 11 years now. And I'm an astrologer and spiritual strategist. I'm also a women's health professional. And today we are going to talk about all of the really life-changing transits that are going on with astrology right now. If astrology is something that you are interested in, please make sure to pay attention to my store link as I have resources and classes there. And I also have options for you to consult with me. So, we're going to talk about Uranus and Gemini and Neptune and Aries, which are new transits that are coming in 2025. And we are going to talk about Pluto in Aquarius, which we are currently under that transit now, and it will be lasting for quite some time. But how it's going to be affecting us now. So Uranus is a lightning bolt of a planet. It governs sudden change. It governs technology, and it will be moving into Gemini, which is the sign of communication. Um, Still actually a sign that actually has a lot to do with technology and also our minds and how we think, as well as transportation. So we are going to look at the previous Uranus transits. That's what we do as astrologers to kind of predict, right, or understand the energy of a transit. We will look at the last time the planet was in a sign and how it affected the world at large. And of course, they're very similar things because astrology is amazing and that's what it is here to help us to do, to understand life, to understand the world, and to understand ourselves. So, previous transits of Uranus in Gemini, the first one, 1774 through 1782. Now, this did not include the entire transit, but the American Revolutionary War was in between these years. It was a part of this transit. It was during this transit. Now, when this transit happened again in 1861 to 1865, the U.S. Civil War happened within that time frame. And then again, 1941 to 1945. This period included the US involvement of World War II. So you can see the pattern. I don't have to explain, right? I'm not interested in really trying to make people believe astrology is real. If they are, dense enough to not look at patterns such as these and see how they can apply that to their own life, that's totally on them, right? But for those who are awaken to this knowledge and want to better themselves, that's who I am here for. And we will be having a class. I will drop the information in the description box to my newsletter. Make sure you sign up. I will be dropping information about a class that I will be having Monday, where we were going to look at some previous cycles so we can prepare for the upcoming Jupiter cycle, Jupiter in Cancer of this year as well. So here are some predictions with this energy. Development of new modes of local and regional travel, possibly influenced by ongoing global health considerations. Keep in mind, Gemini rules the lungs and the arms, and Gemini is an air sign. So you want to be mindful of those parts of your body, particularly if you have a lot of Gemini in your chart, because Uranus is going to be there kind of kicking up some dust. If you want to know about the previous cycle of Uranus and Taurus, which we're under at this very moment, I have a video about that on my channel, and I will link that below on my YouTube channel. And you can go back and look and see how that transit has affected you with Uranus and Taurus. So next is the redefinition of borders. So changes in national and regional boundaries leading to new travel regulations, right? Because Gemini actually governs travel, and a reimagined global map, which is, pretty interesting there. The last one that I have for this transit that governs this, I mean, there's more, of course, but technological innovations. So breakthrough in communication tools and platforms, potentially, and I don't even potentially shouldn't even be there, shouldn't even be there, but revolutionizing how we connect and share information. Like if 7 years from now your phone is like a hologram, don't be surprised. Like if you have a robot like the Jetsons 7 years from now, don't be surprised. Like we're literally on the cusp of a very, very high technologically run world. Okay. Now, Neptune, the planet of mysteries and spirituality and dreams and creativity and singers and actors and all of these cool creative ocean based things, right? It's going to move into Aries this year and it will be there until 2039. So what should we be expecting for this transit? um this is actually wrong. This slide is completely wrong. um for this transit, this one is actually going to encompass the involvement of the Civil War. Let me clarify that for you. I'm going to fix this slide before I put it up. Um, let's see here. Neptune. So the American Civil War and the Franco-Prussian War, it was in Aries from 1862 to 1875 last time, right? And so that encompassed the American Civil War and the Franco-Prussian War. So again, another transit pointing to war. Aries is actually the sign of war, right? Neptune also rules gas. So this could be like a gas released as a war tactic, attack tactic, things like that. So you definitely want to be mindful of what you're drinking, what you're eating, and what's in the water because that is what Neptune rules. And we currently have Saturn in Pisces, which definitely puts some strain on issues dealing with the oceans and our water sources. So here are some predictions. Um, Personal empowerment, a surge of individual initiative and the courage to pursue personal ambitions, personally creative. So you're going to see more influencers. You're going to see more independent singers, independent creatives, because Neptune rules anything that is creative in nature as a career. So you'll see more people making money from that independently because Aries does rule independence. You will see the rise of new social and spiritual movements advocating for change and innovation. You will see impulsive action for change, a need to balance bold actions with thoughtful consideration to avoid potential conflicts. So you're going to see more peace movements, more people-led peace movements that are going to occur as well. So that is a positive thing that will happen. And so next we're going to talk about Pluto and Aquarius. But before, as you can see, the world is transforming, and I want to make sure that you're ready. Are you ready? So, if you want to understand how these transits impact your natal chart and your career and your business, how to align your goals with upcoming cosmic trends and navigate change with clarity and confidence, book a session and prepare for the future with me, right? At stan.store/luxeoracle, and the link will be below. So next, Pluto in Aquarius, 20 good years, baby. Pluto's going to be in Aquarius. And that's what I think is going to be so amazing about this transit. Pluto's going to be trining Uranus in Gemini, right? And Pluto is all about deep, deep, deep core transformation and healing and restoration and transformation and transmutation. And Aquarius is about technology and the new. Aquarius is actually ruled by Uranus, right? So, but Aquarius is also the humanitarian of the zodiac. It's the people, it's the collective, it's the nonprofit organization, it's the humanitarian. Like that's Aquarian energy. So, a transformation of how um people are cared for, a transformation of social groups, and a transformation of how citizens of a place, how they take their power back. And that's what I see happening. I see Americans taking their power back, them realizing we're the majority. Why are we just accepting BS? So a previous transit with Pluto and Aquarius, 1777 through 1798. This is the period that saw the American and the French revolutions. So we can expect a wave of political and technological revolutions once again. So here are some predictions here. Power shifts and governance changes. You will definitely see a decline of traditional political institutions and you will see a rise of new governing systems. You will see a push towards decentralized finance, crypto, which I told you guys about this with Uranus and Taurus, and digital economies will likely reach a tipping point. There also will be social equality and AI driven class structures. So there could be a push between greater social equality and a widening divide between the tech powered elite and those left behind by automation. And this is why I have been telling people, like, learn AI, like, learn some skills, start a business. Like, that's the thing with Pluto and Aquarius. If you sell anything, if you have any gift, any talent, I don't care if you sell stocks, you are going to be in a better position than if you continue being dependent on other sources for income that are not backed by you, right? That Neptune and Aries energy again. You have to have your own way of making money. Like, that's important. And so that's what I help my clients with. If you're like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, baby, that's in your natal chart. That's why you need an astrologer, okay? A lot of very wealthy people, they have this, like, people have therapists and they have a maid and they have a branding professional, they have astrologers. Like, that's a very common thing amongst people, high net worth individuals, some of them that I actually work with. And so I want to help people tap into that, and because that can be the reason why you're not rich now. You haven't had an astrologer to actually show you your natal chart, which is God's blueprint for your life, to just help you, like, get to where you need to go. So what's the big picture? We are in a major energetic shift on planet Earth. Okay, we are going to see extremism. If you are religious, I want you to be very careful of your spiritual leaders. Neptune in Aries is going to pull the wig off of a lot of false prophets, quote unquote, fake preachers or ministers or clergymen or women who have been living outside of integrity. You're going to see that, and you're going to also see some very extreme movements happen that you may question and you may be concerned about. Just be mindful of that and learn and know that this is the time to learn your intuition and learn how to trust yourself and not be dependent on other people to make decisions for you. Okay, that's ending. Like, that's what we leave in the Piscean age. We're leaving that behind and moving into the Aquarian age, and you have to shift. So the big picture here is AI and digital evolution, decentralization and information wars. Okay, so please be careful where you're getting your information. Revolution and education and learning, technical forms of learning, e-courses, kids not necessarily being in traditional school. Gemini is the elementary school, and Uranus is going to be there. So we might not have traditional elementary and through high schools anymore. There will be a rise of digital spirituality and AI driven belief systems. Y'all pay attention, okay? Trust yourself. This is why you've seen such a big push of spiritual leaders and people, even people like me on TikTok, on YouTube, telling you to learn how to trust your intuition, telling you to learn astrology, telling you to learn how to tap in, telling you to learn how to meditate, because you're going to need those skills in order to be able to thrive. I don't want to say survive, but in order to thrive and to know what's coming next and to stay abreast of things. If you are listening to Reverend so and so, Reverend Chicken Neck, and you're listening to, Spirit Sister Ankh, and those people don't have your best interest at heart, and they're just running a mouth because they're making money off of you, you're going to be up shit's creek. And I don't want you to be like that. Okay, I want you to trust your own inner guidance, because that is where the power is going to come from. That's where God is speaking. There will be new revolutionary leaders and movements, and I just want y'all to be mindful. Okay, there will be some people that will have a Christ-like energy, and people are just going to follow them, and they may not be moving in integrity. So I want y'all to be mindful of that. But definitely please have some crypto, okay? Please have some crypto. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, so we're at the pinnacle and the future of radical change. So with Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune working together, we are entering a decade, 2025 through 2023, almost a decade of rapid, and I do mean rapid, technological, social, and ideological transformation. The world will likely feel chaotic at times, but this is the dawn of a new era of innovation, digital consciousness, and refined human identity. The idea to adapting to change while staying grounded in ethical and spiritual integrity. The key will be adapting to change while staying grounded in ethical and spiritual integrity, which is, kind of what I'm going into. So, if you have any questions, if you want to talk about this further, if you are interested in booking a session, please reach out. I have my link below. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for checking me out. Make sure to like and subscribe and share. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.